Will you marry me?
Hey everyone, Capybara here. Today, I'm showing you the top 10 touching 911 episodes of 2024. Which one do you think is the first? Let's check it out. Top 10. Firefighters were saving someone, but found out that the person they saved looked exactly like the person in the funeral photo. What's going on? Just a moment ago, a funeral was happening at the funeral home, but before the speech was finished, a car crashed in, knocking down a family member at the funeral.
I'm sorry for your loss, ma'am. I can't imagine how hard it must have been to lose your twin.
Sorry for my loss. That's me.
It turns out the woman had cancer, since she hadn't seen her loved ones in a long time, and didn't want to miss seeing them after she passed. She had to come up with this crazy idea.
But what better place to be for your own funeral than the front row?
Even with cancer, she was very optimistic. If you were in her shoes, would you want to attend your own funeral? Top 9. Kids lift the lid off a barrel, find a woman's hand inside. After the FBI checks, they find a whole woman's body. Meanwhile, a woman just gets free when a flying man suddenly stops her. He asks her why she lied to him. He wanted to go to bed with his sister, but she told him she's not his sister, she's his mom. And the woman he thought was his mom is actually his grandma. Then, the first bucket of cement appears. The man pushes his grandma down into a hole. He uses a metal bar to trap her in the hole, lifts the cement mixer, and lets the cement flow into the hole. Just as the grandma is about to be covered up, the FBI, having found the information, finally arrives. They rescue the trapped grandma and take away the poor man. Top 8.
The woman's leg is stuck in the hole. Simultaneously, a large bus approached. Firefighters quickly positioned themselves in front of the vehicle. Other team members rushed over too. Despite the efforts of 2 firefighters, they were unable to pull the woman's leg free. The asphalt even scratched her thigh. The firefighters had no choice but to carefully dig her leg out bit by bit. The team medic quietly warned, if not handled properly, the woman might lose her entire leg.
Did you just say lose my leg? Is that true?
The woman's emotions were gradually spiraling out of control. Why did all the misfortunes have to happen in one day? It turns out, her best friend is moving away, but she has already fallen in love with her. Just then, the best friend arrives. The woman finally pours out her feelings.
More than just friend feelings and...
Unexpectedly, the best friend kissed her directly. It turns out, she harbored the same feelings. With the support of her girlfriend, the woman's leg was finally pulled free. Do you still dare to look at your phone while walking?
Top 7.
Will you marry me?
The next minute, the floor panel loosed. The guy fell into the escalator and got twisted up in the chain. When firefighters arrived, the guy has totally got faint. The chain was sitting on top of his femoral artery. Loosening might made him bleeding out, but they could only provide basic first aid, pulling the guy out as the man laid on the stretcher.
What did she say?
His girlfriend, holding the ring, nodded. Just when everyone breathed a sigh of relief, the man suddenly vomited blood. Shaking violently, no matter how the firefighter tried to save him, it was futile. In the end, the man was gone. Cherish those accompanied you.
Top 6.
Mom!
Mother distances herself from her daughter. Later on, upon the arrival of firefighters, they find this pit plunging 40 meters deep. While the woman at the bottom still breathes, her entire body remains motionless. Despite this, her primary worry is her child's safety. Following an assessment, firefighters concluded the woman was bleeding severely, required immediate hospitalization. Nevertheless, the mother, hesitant to expose her child to the distressing scene, feared creating a lasting impact. So the captain handed the walkie-talkie to the child, enabling them to communicate with their mother. Upon hearing her daughter's voice, the mother finally broke into a smile.
I'm always with you. So whenever you feel sad or alone, just reach for each other. And that's when you'll feel me with you. And remember that I love you.
Do you love your mom?
Top 5.
Daddy?
The daughter called out over the phone, but the man in the space station could never respond. Just moments ago, a solar storm swept across the Earth. The intense radiation instantly claimed the lives of the astronauts in the space station. The only man left had just a few minutes remaining. He had intended to contact the command center, but due to interference from the storm, the call mistakenly connected to 911 in Texas. He pleaded with the operator to dial his wife's number.
Scanlon residence?
Hi, Melissa Scanlon.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Grace Ryder. I'm in Austin, Texas. Mrs. Scanlon, I have your husband on the line.
That's impossible. My husband's in.
Melissa.
Tom?
Melissa, I don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen, okay? But remember, all the insurance and bank information's on the computer.
In the folder named Boring Crap, I know. What's going on? Why are you... Oh, Tom.
Yeah.
Is that Daddy?
Yep. Come say hi, honey.
Hi, Daddy!
Hi, Evie.
I missed you!
I missed you too, baby.
When are you coming home?
I'd give anything on earth to be down there with you right now. You know that, right?
But you're not even on Earth.
You're so funny. Evie, can you make me a promise? Promise you'll do whatever Mommy says. Always give her a hand when she needs help.
I promise.
Good. I want you to know I love you both so much. More than anything.
Mommy's crying.
I'm not. I'm not crying.
Look out the window and wave up at the sky.
Why? I can't see you.
But I can see you. I want you to know I'll always be up here. Looking over you, okay?
Yes, Daddy. I'm waving.
I'm waving back.
You're silly. Daddy? Are you there? Daddy? Daddy?
Soon enough we'll die.
Top 4. The girl was pinned under 2 tons of steel.
I can't breathe.
Try to stay calm. Nice slow breaths, okay?
Meanwhile, her father seemed to be doing all right.
Can you hear me?
My daughter, you have to help her.
The captain decides to save the girl first. The firefighters stabilize the vehicle and remove the door, preparing to rescue her.
How was my dad?
The girl is still worried about her father, but after an examination, the paramedic realizes she's deteriorating quickly. After a few minutes, the girl is finally freed. Next, it's the man's turn, but when the firefighters cut away the debris, everyone is shocked. It turns out that a steel beam had already pierced his body. He had been holding on the entire time. The paramedic determines he likely won't survive. The captain asks if he wants to see his daughter one last time.
No. No, I don't want her to see me like this. Will you tell her something for me?
Sure.
And tell her that she's good. She's really good.
Do you love your dad? Top 3.
This thin man weighs 666 pounds, so obese the nurses can't find his veins. An hour prior, the hospital received the overweight man, who complained of severe stomach pain. It required 10 doctors to transport him to the ward. The doctor lifted the thin man's abdominal skin, revealing a long-standing state of mold and decay. Then, the man's girlfriend hurried into the room, prompting astonished expressions from the medical staff, especially considering their own relationship statuses. As the medical team geared up for further examinations, they faced a new challenge at the doorway. The man's oversized bed hindered by the frame. Despite not having left his bed in a year, the overweight man made a bold decision to challenge himself. This choice triggered deep concern in his girlfriend, but he unexpectedly stood up. The overweight man seized his chance.
I think I can do this.
Clasping his girlfriend's hand, readying himself for a proposal. However, before he could speak, he stumbled, his slim ankles betraying him. Unexpectedly, he also fractured an ankle. The doctor recommended a CT scan, but his weight exceeded the machine's limit. They resorted to an animal scanner, designed for rhinos. The results disclosed various complications, including a sizable abdominal abscess. The surgery had a 90% failure rate. When the doctor shared this news, the overweight man would rather face death than undergo the procedure. Out of the blue, his girlfriend emerged, disclosing she was expecting, prompting the man to willingly agree to the surgery. It concluded successfully. Post-surgery, he pledged to his partner,
I need to lose the weight.
"Would you be willing to marry a man like this?"
Top 2.
Molly bears a disfigured visage. The doctor intends to remove Karen's facial skin and transplant it onto Molly's face. Accompanied by Karen's mother, they make their way toward the operating room. Upon exiting the elevator, they are greeted by a line of doctors.
We call it the Walk of Honor, to thank your daughter for her sacrifice.
Karen's mother clutches her daughter's hand, planting a final kiss on her cheek. The medical team commences their meticulous work, marking surgical guidelines on their faces, making precise incisions. Arriving at the pivotal moment, the delicate removal of the skin. The stakes are high, for any misstep could result in irreversible damage. Once Karen's skin has been successfully peeled away, the doctor solemnly deactivates her life support machine. She peacefully departs this world. All the medical professionals in attendance pay their respects in a moment of quiet reflection. With reverence paid, they shift their focus back to the task at hand, skillfully sewing Karen's skin onto Molly's face. The surgery unfolds over the course of 2 arduous days and nights, ultimately culminating in a triumphant success. Molly's countenance is restored to its former beauty. Karen's mother emerges from this transformative ordeal, carrying a mix of emotions.
She's beautiful. Can I ask you for a favor?
Top 2.
This boy is getting his first taste of the ocean, but a tsunami decides to join the party. Thank the stars for Bran, Dad's ride or die. He scoops up the kid and starts hauling. But seriously, who thinks they can outrun a tsunami on foot? The man struggles in the sea. Finally, he manages to pop up, but the kid's vanished. He's yelling the kid's name. The boy is clutching onto a pole. Bran swims over, but the waves are playing hard to get, right when they're about to tag team. The man grabs a piece of driftwood and barely puts on the brakes. But now, the kid's grip gives out. It looks like he's about to ride the wave. Without a second thought, the man takes a dive. This time, he's holding on to that kid. It's his best bud's kid. If things went sideways, he's got zero clue how he'd face his friend.
Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate your time. Before we go, I just want to say, I'm so happy you've been with me in 2024. Your support means the world, and I hope we'll continue this journey together in 2025. Feel free to share in the comments, which category would you like to see next? And did this ranking match your expectations? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video.